Okay. Good morning, bows and bow ties. I know it's been a minute since I've been doing regular lives or even just coming online at all. So, the thumbnail you selected to get in, I tried to be a little clever. I guess I wasn't that clever, but it basically has the old Fame logo. Do you guys remember that show back in the 1980s? Fame, I want to live forever. Remember that show? I have on this thumbnail Cassie, Beyonce, Robin Williams, and Matthew Perry. So, this is what I want to say. Since I've had some downtime these last few days, many of you are aware of I guess the lawsuit against Sean Puffy Combs, P Diddy, Brotherly Love, whatever name he's going by this week. Sorry, I like to drink my tea. I'm trying to take a little break from coffee today. And so it was just it was I was listening to what was going on with the whole Cassie story. And for those of you who are not familiar, Cassie was the longtime girlfriend of Sean Puffy Combs after Kim Porter, and I think there was someone before then. And there's always been rumors of abuse and trafficking and that type of thing. And so all these things have come to roost. There was a lawsuit that was settled within 24 hours. And this is what I want to say about chasing fame. If you look at what's happening right now, okay, I had people on this thumbnail. Let me put that up again. You look at what Cassie has gone through, and it's like there's this coming to roost. There's like this reckoning happening, I think, in hollyweird, in rap culture. She was tired. I think she was scared. Now, everything is all alleged. Let me put my little banner up because I don't need any drama. Okay? There's this reckoning happening right now. And let this be a cautionary tale to everyone who's chasing fame. Um, when we were all younger, we all had these notions of singing and dancing and whatever. Maybe not all of us, but many of us. And as you grow older, you recognize there's things that you want and things that you don't want. And one of the things that seems to be this reoccurring pattern is there's a lot of sacrifice in order to reach these high levels of fame. And what I'm seeing is there's a lot of sacrifice on your spirituality, your body, and your privacy. And so you look at what has been purported about Cassie, like all of the physical abuse, the sexual abuse, the trafficking, the substances, and that type of thing. She's had to sacrifice her body. She's had to sacrifice a lot of things in order to maintain this notion of fame, allegedly. There was a lot of sacrifice in terms of you must put up with said behavior if you want to keep a career. And so my understanding is she valued her career, at least in the beginning, more than she valued her peace, her autonomy, her freedom, her body. And there's all kinds of rumors and everything that's come out about that, but I'm not here to report on what was put in the media or in the lawsuit. But what I wanted to say is let this be a cautionary tale about chasing fame. Now, I don't remember which video it was that I had done, but I talk about where your real joy and your real happiness comes from. It doesn't come from fame. I think it was Whitney Houston who came out with that old quote that says, like, if I put all my faith, I don't remember exactly what she said, but if I put my faith or everything in with the media and what my fans say, because basically what she was saying is if I use them to validate me, then they can also invalidate me. So, hey, do you need to come downstairs? You want to come downstairs? I hear you sniffling. Do you need to come downstairs? You can come. You won't be on camera. Anyway, so and I kind of like took that to heart. I mean, I use that when I talk to, especially my daughter. I always talk to her about you cannot let you know, if there's a particular team or jersey or whatever it is. You can't let these things define you, because then they can also define you, right? Like, I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but those things can't validate you, because they can also invalidate you. So I think about somebody like a Robin Williams, he was chasing fame but was so grossly unhappy. And if I understand correctly, I think he took his own life. Like, there's no amount of fame and adoration and adulation that could um, make this man happy. He suffered from severe depression, allegedly. I think about Matthew Perry. Now, he left here a few weeks ago, and there's been all kinds of reports and such regarding how he has struggled with his spirituality in recent times. He struggled with um, I think he just struggled with his Christianity, his spirituality, all these other things. He reached one of the highest levels of fame. He was one of the main characters on that Friends show, and then he checked up out of here. Um, we don't know. There's all kinds of rumors and stuff going around whether or not it was voluntary or involuntary. But a lot of these celebrities are going through this, and then of course I like to bring up Beyonce. You can, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, okay? I have my little ticker going across the bottom of my screen. I don't think she looks like a very happy person. Think about what she's had to endure. Think about how they've had to go back and forth on their claims from when she met Jay-Z. I knew somebody who was in industry, and it sounds like, well, I knew somebody whose cousins, uncles, fathers, brothers, nephew, but nevertheless, I knew somebody whose cousin was in the industry. He was like I don't know if he was a concert insurer or promoter. I don't know. But anyway, he was familiar with the whole Beyonce thing. Um, I knew someone else who dated somebody in industry, and they were talking about what may or may not be her industry age. The point I'm getting at is there's a lot of discussions around like how Beyonce was groomed for Jay-Z. I don't know how true that is, but it keeps rearing its head. Think about how much fame this woman has, and yet she can't walk outside. She's got to make people sign these NDAs. Think about how she claims to be a Christian, and listen to what her music sounds like now. Listen to how she's gone in the gutter. Look at how she won't take time off. Look how much adoration and adulation she needs from her fan base in order to remain relevant. Look at how, in order to remain relevant with a lot of these young ladies, she's got to basically come out of her clothes. And now she's got her child. She had her child on tour. One of the things that you'll see that seems to be a reoccurring theme is, like I said, when you chase these high levels of fame, you're gonna sacrifice your spirituality, you're gonna sacrifice your body, you're gonna sacrifice your time. Think about how many of these women in general, how they have to they have to transform and become a chameleon so much, between the way they dye their hair, how many hair tracks they wear. Well, I've got extensions today. Some people have to make sure that they remain airbrushed to be on these magazines, whether it's in color or whether it's in size. So many people are getting so many augmentations and that type of thing. And what I am saying is, these are just a few. You have, a few weeks ago, you had Taryn Manning from that show. I never watched the show Orange is the Black, the new Black, or whatever it was. And she came out and she has been talking about, like, was it all worth it? And you can tell her spirituality is being challenged. She's talking about it. You had Kat Von D. She's come out and she's turned away from the occult. And now she's been baptized, and now she's professing her Christianity. Because, one of the things that she's even spoke about recently, she was in an interview and she said, most of the people I know who claim to be part of this new age, this and this, that, and the other, and I don't remember the exact words, but you can go find it. She said, at the end of the day, they are some of the most broke people, some of the most unhappy people. All these people chasing all this stuff, the new age stuff, whatever it is, they're some of the most unhappy people. And she said, and now she's talking about where her real joy is. I don't expect for this video to be super popular, because I'm not necessarily deep diving on pop culture. But what I am doing is I'm saying we have to be careful about chasing this fame. Many of these celebrities are not happy people. The level of sacrifice and compromise they've had to do on their mores, their bodies, their time, their spirituality. And now what we're seeing in the media, we're seeing a lot of this play out. It's like this day of reckoning. So you have the ones who have turned away from it, and now they're seeking God, they're seeking Christianity, they're seeking Christ, because they're like, I was so unhappy. And then you have the ones who are just trying to find a way of getting out of these bad situations. And there's so many more stories out there. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about it, but anyway, let me just wrap this up. We need to be mindful of what we're putting in this media. We need to be mindful of the content that we create. We do have a responsibility, right? We should be mindful of the content that we're creating and the messages that we're putting out here. We need to be mindful about chasing this fame. There's people out here on this YouTube platform who they're trying to chase a level of clout and fame, and they're doing it in very subversive ways. But the things that I'm seeing is just such a turnoff. And I had to take a break for I had some things going on in my own personal life, but I needed a break. Um, Chasing fame, I have yet to see anyone be truly happy with all that fame, because there is a sacrifice when you can't even enjoy. I look at something so simple. I'm going to use like a Blue Ivy or Northwest, and then I'll end this. You've got these two young ladies, one the daughter of Beyonce and Jay-Z, one the daughter of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Do you realize they don't get to just go outside and play? They're around the same age. They're around the same age as my daughter. My daughter and her twin brother, they're 11. Do you realize they don't get to just go out and play? Do you realize they can't just go to a store and say, hey, mom, can I try this on? Can I smell this? Do you realize they can't just do the regular things that kids can do because there's all this fame that's associated with their parents? They don't get to do that. Do you realize how hard it is for them to just want to just go play on a soccer team or a basketball team or any kind of team? They're almost robbed of that opportunity. I look at how these parents, like, look at what Kim Kardashian has gone through, all these body changes and everything else. Her sisters, there's a level of sadness chasing this fame and fortune. Look at what she has to do to her body in order to maintain any level of relevancy. So, anyway, look, if you like the kind of content that I put out, this is an opportunity for you to go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and actually leave a comment. I do read the comments. And of course, because I'm amazing in every way and can't do any wrong, this is a great time for you to go ahead and like this video. I'm going to end because it's still Thanksgiving weekend, and I have some painting to finish up, and I need to run out to the store and get some other supplies. Have a good one.